So with that, advice that you've given us about how friends, you got to find the right friends, find the right people in your circle. What advice would you give to 25-year-old Kwame? I know you're currently 51, so let's go back. Let's go
Almost the
back some.
reverse of that age. I'll be
Yep.
52 in a few months.
Oh, great, great.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the first thing is because that guy at 25 wouldn't have listened to nothing like slow down. I mean, that dude was riding. Listen, we going to get it. We gonna have it. At 25 years old, I was running for the state house. At 26, I was already looking at leadership in the state house. And so, I mean, that guy didn't know how to slow down. What I would tell him is that he really needs to spend a lot of time and a lot of focus on developing his character and integrity. That you
Yes.
have all of these gifts, big fella. You understand politics. You have some acumen in that. But what's going to kill you is your lack of character development, your lack of integrity. And I would push into his life and really talk to him about reading certain books, going to certain things, because at that particular time I was turned off by the church. A lot of Christian men I didn't see as men. It was a lot of shaky, flaky stuff, and I think that's the revolution that's taking place in the kingdom right now. You're seeing a lot of men come into the kingdom and
Oh,
stand
okay.
up and be men, and that's so needed. It's so needed in the kingdom because we're losing so many brothers to the streets, to
Yes,
Islam,
yes.
to other, because people see men where they go, and they need.
Yep.
And so I didn't draw to, but there had to be some men that I could sit with and talk to me about life and marriage and my children, and understanding that it's not a balance between family and God. No, put God first, and then He'll
Amen.
balance everything else.
I
And
love that.
so I needed that kind of conversation. I didn't. A lot of people that came to me at that time wanted to talk to me about how to be a better politician, but my arrogance wasn't hearing that because I believed I was already better than them at that. So, but I knew, and this is where we are in humanity. A 22-year-old guy saw this in prison. A 19-year-old guy, they know they're not better than you in character. They know they're not better than you in integrity. They just don't believe they can be like you. Like you're some kind of superhuman thing. That's what I think God is
Right.
using the guy who was caught in adultery to now tell brothers, you don't want to do that. Let me tell you what happens. Let me show you some press clips. Let me show you what happened to
Please.
my children. And so that the testimony then becomes validation for being able to talk to people about that's 25 now about, man, listen, slow your life down in this way.
Yes.
And at the same time, you man, be the baddest politician, be the baddest doctor, be the baddest lawyer, be the baddest dentist. But man, we need to teach you how to be a good husband and a good father. I
Yes,
need to
that's
make
right.
your yes, yes, and your no, no. I need you to quit flirting so doggone much.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Hey.
mean, so these things are something that I would go and talk to that 25-year-old guy about it.
Yes, that's right. Because it's all about training up a child, right? So it's about the
Yes,
mentorship. And it
yes,
starts early on. Earlier we can be able to train up our young girls and our young boys to be kings and queens. That's
hmm
how we can build a
that's
black
it.
community,
That's it. And
right?
let me say this: just because you're 25, you could be extraordinary in one place in your life, and you could be absolutely horrible in another place. There are
Yes.
people who are great doctors, great surgeons, but they're not good fathers. There are people who are excellent engineers
Yep, yep.
or
So I'm
something.
trying to be one.
But, yeah, but they're not good husbands. And so, how do you pick up? That's why we, as 51-year-olds who have been through hell and high water, we
Hey.
can go sit and talk to somebody. And say, man, I know what you're going through, man. Listen, man, but you got to really spend some time over here. I'm looking at you. I see where the place is, man. Man, listen, can't nobody tell you how to be a better producer. You the best producer I done seen, but I'm seeing your son over there. He in shambles. You ain't listening to him. You don't know how to talk to him. Y'all don't feel each other. This is how you need to do. And that's where we come in and start to help people understand that to build the entire person so they're their best self they possibly can be,
That's right.
they need to understand the wisdom of God in making that whole person manifest to people that need him the most.
Yes, it's about the wholeness, right?
That's
Like you
good.
said, they're good in this aspect, but you're not whole if you're missing the pieces, the puzzle, the puzzle pieces. If you're missing those, then you're not gonna be able to be full, be whole as God has called you to be.